What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing tonight? Jesse and James here for the Tuesday show. We're going to be talking some WWE 2K23, obviously, but there's also some stuff that happened in WWE today with NXT and everything, so love to get everybody's opinions on that. It's going to be one fun show talking about WWE 2K24 today.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so stick around. Let's get into it. Wrestling Shout! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I'm Jesse Carter. Joined with me, as always, James Pinard Jr. James, F this day, man. I've been dealing with a bunch of drama. We got Call of Duty coming out this Friday. I know everybody's like stoked for 2K24 news, but Call of Duty's coming out Friday. I still haven't pre-ordered it on PlayStation. I wanted to switch over to PlayStation. I have an Astro A50 headset that I use on Xbox Series X just fine. And in order to use that headset on PlayStation, I was told you need to get the PlayStation base. You need to get the adapter. I got both of those. Nothing is working, man. There's no power to this base station at all. It's driving me nuts. It's been a fun day. It's been a fun day, man. I almost didn't make it to this on time because I was just dealing with that. But other than that, man, how's your day going?
Pretty good. The weather's getting a little cooler here. I know for you guys it's probably cold. For us,
it was actually not too bad today.
Weather. So we're getting down to the 70s, maybe soon 60s. I know we got rain coming up. And, it's crazy. We're already in November, and, a couple weeks, we're already Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then here we are, 2024 coming up.
Yeah, it's
wild.
The weather was cold a few days ago, but we've been getting some, I don't know, it's back and forth. It's the Tri-Cities where I'm at. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's shout out a member of the Pro Wrestling Shoot, Mike. He says, hey, what's going on, man? V for Vendetta. Never seen him in the chat, but welcome. As much as I love WWE games, I think 2K should move over to live service features and start building a new wrestling game using Unreal Engine 5, move over assets, and motion capture. Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
No.
Beach Bites, what's going on, man? He says, hey, y'all. V for Vendetta again. The live service feature could keep 2K24 alive for multiple years until they are ready to reveal a newly built game or simply leave last-gen consoles out. 2K24, dude, 2K is just they're going to continue to make yearly releases, man. I know that sounds great, but it's not going to happen, man. It's 2K. It's 2K that we're talking about here.
Money talks,
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. You just don't turn down deals when WWE is offering them. So I don't know. I agree. Trust me. I wish that we can get more than just a yearly release, more time to build on these games, etc. But it's just knowing 2K, man, it's not going to happen.
The big game companies are notably usually, hey, we got to do a yearly release. EA, you got Call of Duty, you got a bunch of games that do that. So you're not going to turn down money. Yeah.
Lonnie Jones says, hi, what's up? What's going on, Lonnie? Welcome to the chat. Corey Davis, yo.
How's it going?
See here. Hudson, man. Welcome back to the chat. An original over here at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Always good to see you, man. Corey says, hello, everyone. Everything pro wrestling in the house, saying you. Isaiah Hill, man, my boy over there. That's my Rise boy right there, man.
That's
Isaiah
our spokesperson.
Yeah, Isaiah Hill, the spokesperson for My Rise. Welcome, Isaiah. Good to see you, buddy. Sam is a coworker of mine. What's going on, Sam? Thanks for stopping in the chat, dude. I appreciate that. Jason, what's going on, Jason? Boys night out, or should I say boys night in? Always good to see you guys. Happy to be here. We're happy you're here, Jason.
Yeah, it's always appreciated.
100%. Devin, did you see the tweet about War Games from WWE Games? Yes, I did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going, man. It's coming. Mm-hmm. Drizzy J, what's up? Drizzy Dre, I should say. What is good? Beach Bites says the 2K24 rumors are crazy and starting early. Did you hear that? if you have been on social media for the past few days, you would have heard it. It is crazy. It is crazy. Kays, what's going on, man?
How's it going?
Welcome to the chat, everybody. You guys are live tonight. I appreciate it. Yes, let's dive right into the rumor mill of 2K24. There's a lot of stuff that you're going to hear online, man, that is just wild, outlandish. There's a lot of things. Yeah, I see that. K Monkey is king down here. Leak season. It's 100% true, man. Leak season.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's a lot of things that you're going to hear in the rumblings when it comes down to the rumors, what's going to be in the game, what's not going to be in the game. All I can say, man, and look, I've heard some things about the game, right? But I have friends in 2K. I haven't released them on my videos. You know what I mean? I can kind of clarify like what roster members are going to be in the game, I guess, because it's kind of obvious at this point. So I will say like what I know is in the game for roster, but as far as like features or modes or anything like that, if somebody's telling you like what the showcase is going to be this year, who the cover star is going to be, what, you know, is in the My Rise or anything like that, trust me, man, if it didn't come from 2K, it's probably not true, especially if you're hearing it from people on Twitter like the leaker or people like, what's that guy's name, James? That's a little outlandish on Twitter. The bunny guy.
Bunny, whatever.
The bunny. Everybody hates the bunny. You know what I mean? So, yeah, listen, man. There is nothing truly confirmed until 2K confirms it. Even stuff that I have heard about this game that I know will be in the game does not, and I haven't come out and said it either, because guess what? Things change. Things change. People can go a different direction. Look what happened in 2K22 when Bray Wyatt was supposed to be a part of the My Rise story, right? Everybody remember reading that article? Bray Wyatt was supposed to have that Firefly Funhouse set up in My Rise. I think it was My Rise, wasn't it, James?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, and it was nixed because Bray Wyatt was released, correct? Mm-hmm. So they completely took him out of the game, but What's the Status was able to find him in the game, right? So there's certain things that happen in the business or even politically, you know, that just changes the outcome of the product. You know what I mean? Sometimes that can damage the product because 2K22 was coming off the hills of that 2K20, right? And they had to put together this full game in about a year and a half. So they had more time than the usual 7 months. The things that I can confirm for 2K24 is that from what I'm hearing, the scans are finishing at Survivor Series. So the scans will be completely done. Doesn't mean that they won't scan people later on down the road, you know what I mean, returns or whatever. They did that for us this year, so that's why we got some early guys or later guys extra on the DLCs and things of that nature, you know. But the scans for the base model of the game should be completed by Survivor Series. There's also people saying that we're going to be getting a teaser by Survivor Series. That's not confirmed. You know what I mean? I would like to see a little teaser, but from my knowledge, I think that we are getting it in January at the Royal Rumble, which is what we usually get.
That sounds more ideal.
About the week of, right? About
usually
the week
they have
of
the
the
play
Rumble.
booths going on. You know, I think they did that last year. They had the play booths going on, so you can play it early.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Guys, we're going to try to get to all these comments as much as we can, but if you want to jump up in the list, the super chat is available, so hit that super chat. We'll see you right away. We got mods in the chat that will star these comments, and we'll see them right away, so that is always an option. But until then, let's get to some of these. Milk 35, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Says, what's up? Hudson says, I don't like how they're doing these year releases. I know they won't ever change, but in 2 years, I've wasted $200 for a game series who lack to fix their modes currently. Look, man, you're not alone in feeling like this. I see these comments.
The EA community. They've gone through this numbers of time. 2K is going to do the same. You know, they'll do little tweaks here and there. I know for Madden, I don't even have it with me. And I know tweak just a little tweak on the little things, you know, like franchise mode. You can do, oh, hey, you can do trades instead of 3 people, 4 people. It's the little minor things that I know you want a whole revamp thing.
Yeah.
It's sometimes difficult with what their deadline is, what they get.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It really sucks having a yearly released wrestling game. That's why we push for things like, I know that this is a 2K community that I have built over here, but look, man, it's always good to go after other wrestling games. I did a video on my channel that is talking about Ultra Pro Wrestling. Go and check that video out, man. See what they have to offer. Is it going to be as good graphic as a 2K game? No, it's not. But some of the features in there, it sounds like they've been listening to the community and the cries on what we're missing in wrestling games. So it should be fun. I mean, look, support more wrestling games, man. Yeah. Just support them. I know AEW Fight Forever kind of bit the bullet, you know what I mean, when it came to just not delivering on what they promised or not giving us enough during the release. But there is some hope since we got season 2, I would say. It sounds like they're adding match types. They're going to be adding game modes. You know what I mean? So if they can do that now, they can do that later. I say give AEW Fight Forever a chance in a year's time. See what they have in about a year.
More the merrier. I mean, for me, I used to play back in the day when 2K had football. That was the OG thing. I supported them. You had Madden. You had Game Day. You had more options. Now you got the wrestling community. You got obviously 2K yearly. You got Ultra Pro, which, that's obviously going to be a one-time deal. Maybe later on they'll do more, which, you want to support more companies. You do. Don't get me wrong. I love 2K and WWE, but the more games, the more better, It's more alternative options. Just like
so, I've always wondered about just an alternative WWE game too. Like if they got the money to shell out for these other games, why aren't they shelling it out to 2K or other game devs to make that either more simulation style game or maybe for the online community? Remember the talks where they're talking about doing like a pure online game? It was an only online game for consoles. It was a while back, man. That never seen the light of day.
It just fell flat, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just crazy, man. 2K24 is coming out around March. I'm guessing March 18th, 20th. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna say that March 18th, maybe even around the 16th, something like that. Whatever date they announce, obviously you're gonna get it like 3 days early if you pre-order.
Yeah, typical Friday and then Monday.
But once again, not confirmed. You know what I mean? Not confirmed.
Up in the air, but
they could always change everything. Look, Fight Forever was supposed to come out like a year ago. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that changed real quick.
Yeah, that got dragged really bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Milk 25 or 35 says WWE 2K24. Gabe says, "What's up, everybody? What's going on, Gabe?" And then we got Corey Davis says, "I hope the DLC for WWE 2K24 is better than 2K23." I got nothing on that. I don't know what they plan on doing for DLC. I know that it was rumored that we're getting a Bray Wyatt showcase. I really don't see a Bray Wyatt showcase happening just because it's kind of late for them to be writing that type of showcase just to do a tribute, right?
And I think it's sensitive thing to the family and honor. And, I get it from the content.
I do think a tribute is coming of some sorts.
Yeah, something like that. Some acknowledgement with him in there. But, I mean, it was out of the blue. And I get it. Fans, loved him, of course. I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe they had another direction and then, yeah.
Yeah, just watch where you guys are getting your news from. You know what I mean? If they're not like connected to 2K, like that personally is connected to 2K, if you're just hearing people saying my source, well, that's a thing that's been going all over Twitter.
Take a double look at them, just like you look at who's your dirt sheet alternative, take your
I know
time.
That Bunny dude called out a whole bunch of stuff last year that he was completely wrong about. What's the guy that he was... Cornell, is that his name?
I think so.
Cornell, yeah, he called him out quite a bit on Twitter, saying that everything that he has said is wrong. So just watch where you guys get your news from, is all. You know what I mean? If
or
it's
just
not
be
confirmed by
patient
2K,
and wait it out.
if it's not confirmed by 2K, I wouldn't dive too much into it.
I think we learned that from AEW Fight Forever when Best Buy was leaking dates, the Nintendo. So
here's the thing: Best Buy and Nintendo had the right dates. Ukes couldn't keep
Yeah.
up with that. That was the Ukes couldn't keep up with the
It
demand
was just
on
a
that.
whole a cluster, if you will.
Yeah. Devin says, what 2K24 news you got for us today? Just to watch where you get your news from, sir.
Single matches are confirmed, sir.
We are going to
Give me
do
that
some
one.
wish list stuff, though, what people want to see in this game, because I know that everybody in our community loves the whole wish list thing, man. So Tommy Mullet says, how are you? How are you doing, Tommy?
Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you.
The Block Bunny.
The blocked bunny. Yeah, dude. He's no longer seen on my Twitter. That's for sure.
A keyboard warrior.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. He's got a gimmick and everything. That dude was cracking me up. He's wild. Drizzy Dre says, I hope 2K24 brings more than 1 or 2 match types and my features in universe mode. So universe mode is something that is being worked on. Is it going to deliver? Who knows, man? Because we've been told from 2K multiple times, and I know I'm friends with a couple of them, but, let's call it out when it needs to be called out. We've been told that they've been working on stuff for a while, and stuff just doesn't get fixed. But it is nice that they do have a hold of that universe mode now. Supposedly, that's what they're saying anyway, that they do have more control over the code and what they could change, what they could take out, what they could put in, that sort of thing. So I know that they just got a hold of that during the making of 2K23. So let's see what they do for 2K24, man. My prediction is 2K24 is going to be bigger than ever. Like, I think they have something really special planned for this game, and I hope that everybody enjoys it. Is it going to impress everybody? No. There's always going to be features in the game that, you should have added it.
Yeah.
If you would have added this, then this would have happened, or you know what I mean? That you're not going to please everybody.
Yeah, but here we are to the road to 25. Well, this should be added to 25.
Yeah. So. And we'll do videos like that too, man, because the community enjoys it. So, and I enjoy hearing the community's ideas. Trust me, every one of your ideas, even on these lives get pumped to Brian Williams for sure.
Yeah.
So
just spread your word, put your feedback. Trust me.
Brian Williams, as soon as we go live, Brian Williams sees that notification. I promise you. Yeah. He is subscribed to this channel. Corey says, I'm probably going to order the collection edition. I hope it's worth it, especially the special editions. Yeah, I always get the collection edition just because at habit, by habit, I buy this edition every year anyway. And it saves me money because I'm going to end up getting all the DLC packs in the game anyway. So I just buy it.
Yeah, I think the last one I ended up getting it, the one before I think was with the NWO. And I was big of getting the ones with the cover art. And then they've been, dismaying going away from that. It's either just buy it through the console or not, which I've been doing that a lot. That's just the new thing to do instead of going to the store and go through the hassle. And hopefully it's there.
Yeah. Let me see here. V for Vendetta says WWE so petty. Yeah, look, man, when it's about business, they don't play, dude. They don't play. They literally just got $14 million a year for their developmental brand to be on CW. That's huge.
They have good negotiations. You're going to do that. I mean,
WWE doesn't play when it comes to that money, dude. They want their bread and they want it now. You know what I'm saying?
Not to mention you got TKO with them. You got UFC in that whole involvement. So you knew their asking price was going to be up.
Yeah. Hudson says, I hope Roman isn't a cover star. Maybe 2024 Drew. Most people want it. Listen, man, I told you guys my predictions for the cover star. It's Cody Rhodes, man. Like, it just makes business sense that you put Cody on that cover. If it's not Cody, I think Roman would be definitely a close second in my mind to who could be on the cover. Just because of the reign that Roman's had this past year, it's crazy.
So I'll put it out there. If you have Cody under, what do you do for this special edition? Do you put Dusty on there? Do you have or do you do some alternative with Cody in it?
I still think you put Cody on it because that's what they did for the special edition for Cena this year. Rey Mysterio.
Right, it was like a gold. Yeah, it was like a goldish one or.
Yeah, so I mean, they just did two different cover arts for it for Rey Mysterio or John Cena. You know what I mean? Actually, I think that special edition was the NWO for 22, wasn't it? NWO.
Yeah, we were gonna get it, and then we heard that Yeah,
It
you
wasn't
can
a
get
hard
it, but
copy
there's no
version.
hard copy, so
Yep.
I bounced and got the second tier.
Yeah, no, I still got the NWO version, but yeah, I look, my prediction's Cody. I think it's Cody. Everything pro wrestling's clown in here. He says, I interviewed Brian, and he once told me Brock Lesnar was in SmackDown versus Raw 06. Then Brock return deal was off, and he was removed, aka plans change. See, there you go. And that was coming straight from Brian Williams.
Yeah,
you know what I
it
mean?
always happens. You know, you got to watch out, especially for 2K. I know it has to be frustrating. We've seen it in previous years where a superstar is added to the roster, and then hey, the release. Okay, we got to remove them from there. Or some scandal goes on with somebody, or they're just fired, or whatever the case is.
Yeah,
We've seen it before with, I think, what was it? Nash Carter? I think that was going to be a DLC, and they replaced him with somebody else. So, I mean, there's always Nick's plans that come into these circumstances.
Yeah. It's an awesome number tonight, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to talk some 2K with us, man. It's always a fun time. We're going to be doing 2 a week now, man. Every Sunday, I'm going to go live for at least an hour, man. We got that Tuesday set up with me and James. James can't join me on Sundays. He's busy on the weekends. But I got an hour to spare for you guys. Tommy says, I'd like to see Axe and Smash in 2K24. You know where you can see Axe and Smash? Ultra Pro Wrestling. It's confirmed. So, yeah, that's pretty. I don't know if they're going to be in 2K24. The Legends, man, it's a weird thing with these Legends. You never really know who they're going to bring in.
It's a
who they're gonna
wild
bring
card,
back.
if you will. You know,
Yeah.
It's always a mystery. I think that's what last minute usually with them.
What I'm thinking is because NXT is so heavy this year. Like, that is what I've heard, is that the NXT roster is going to be massive this year. I'm hoping that some of those NXT people are not DLC, because I felt like the DLC packs this year were a lot of NXT related superstars in the roster, or I would like to see more
some
Legends
inauguration to NXT. I did notice that, and then a few Legends in there, and then just throwbacks.
I'd like to see more Legends packs. If you got a big enough roster already on the base game for NXT, I would like to see more Legends packs. I don't know. Or tag teams, maybe tag team packs. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or even arenas, man. Why can't we do something different? Let's do some arenas.
Yeah, like instead of the typical, we have,
cool.
We usually have the move sets. You have the wrestlers. Arenas would be an additional option. That wouldn't be. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah.
Different.
Switch it up, man. It doesn't always have to be like updated to the roster. 2K already comes with a really heavy roster.
Yeah, you can even do like additional entrance motions that get released. Last minute trios entrances like they did before. There's a lot you can do with this, and just stay away from the typical superstar moveset release.
Facts, man. Drizzy J says that if the game is mid, I'm either buying the standard edition or skip the game and pray for 2K25. Look, once again, man, I can't. You're not alone. You're not alone in feeling like that, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be doing the same this year. You can only get the gotcha so many times, you know what I mean, before you have to start listening to fans on what they want in this video game. This is the only major wrestling game that is on the market. Fans want it a certain way. They have to take these ideas into consideration and take more time processing these ideas. So if it comes down to match types being X'd out, look, we're not going to give you this many match types because we want to listen on your core gameplay stuff, right? Like, we want to fix everything that we have made wrong. I would take that. Like, all right, cool. I'll wait for match types next year. As long as you fix my universe mode, you fix my GM mode, you fix the gameplay in general, fix that, like, the core problems, rather than just giving me, 20 more match types or whatever the case is.
Yeah, and I think some inclusion, we've agreed on it. There needs to be some improvement on the online.
Yeah,
I know online's usually not introduced like
online sucks. It has sucked since the beginning of 2K.
It's very bland. Yeah,
I've just not liked it.
Yeah, it to me it hasn't been the same since
SmackDown versus Raw, baby. That was the online.
Spygate,
that was the best online days.
What was it called? I can't remember the server they used to have back then. The engine. It was.
I can't remember, but
GameSpy, I think it was.
Was it GameSpy? Yeah,
Yeah.
SmackDown versus Raw days, dude. Nothing compares to that online.
That's what started me. Oh man.
that dude, that I had the most fun that I've ever had on WWE games on the online in SmackDown versus Raw games.
Yes.
So it's it's sorely missed, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jason says, I am hoping that WWE 2K24 will have something added to the game that will build up enough hype for a good amount of sales opening week next year. Some fans find WWE 2K games repetitive. There's a lot of people that find those games repetitive, for sure.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I got some good friends in the chat right now, a mod to my channel, you know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't dig the gameplay for, WWE 2K, but he continues to buy it. He trucks on, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Continues to buy it in hopes.
It's like the Call of Duty
getting
series.
better. Yeah. Devin Santiago says, and I agree with you, and I don't believe in that leaker or bunny guy. I trust you guys, Assemble and Smack Talks. Yeah. So Assemble, is great. I don't know about Smack Talks too much. I don't know him personally. I like his channel. Like, his channel is a lot of fun, and he usually is resourceful. So
he goes in depth with his information.
Yeah, I really like his
sources
channel.
everyone out too. He doesn't cut anybody out of the loop.
No, yeah. He credits everybody. He credited us when we interviewed Brian. He was great, man. So yeah, I don't think that either one of them have like sources. You know what I mean? They're not going to leak information or anything like that. And I won't leak any information either. Like, when it comes to major features in the game, that's just
there's a bunch of people in this community that just work together. I'm actually on SmackDown Hotel, and he's usually on top of it, or whoever runs the account.
Yeah. Look, I'm a fan just like every one of you, man, and I hope this game just does good. That's my hopes for 2K24. So let me see here. Stewie says, would love the cover star to be a female and male stars like they had in 2K20 with Roman Reigns and Lynch. It could be possible. I don't see why not. I don't see why
Charlotte
they couldn't.
on there. She hasn't been on there, which I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, don't go and making fans mad though, James.
I know.
I like Charlotte, but
I know,
but
the last name Flair is noticeable for people that don't even watch wrestling in years.
That's true, man. It could be Becky Lynch again, or it could be like Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is a pretty huge star nowadays, so Bianca Belair could be on the cover. Who knows? Yeah. KC, what are you expecting for the next game? That's a great question. I'm expecting a fixed universe mode, finally. Yeah. Like, I want it to work. I want promos back. I want backstage segments. I want better cutscenes. I expect universe to go off. And if it doesn't, then just trash this mode. If you're not going to do it right, then just trash it. I expect my GM to be bigger than ever and have an online feature to it to where I can play with my friends. Because, look, they built this my GM thing for the fans, or, maybe kids or something. I don't know. People that like to sit on their couch and play, you know what I mean, against each other. That, to me, that's no fun. Like, and as a grown man, I'm not getting together with my friends and saying, "Hey, you guys want to pop on my GM mode?" No, that's not happening.
That was probably like maybe 15 years ago for me, where you would have friends over and you would play the game. Now it's, hey, online.
That was Nintendo 64 days for me.
Yeah, now it's cable television has advanced. Now it's everything's on streaming platforms. Now you could do that with wrestling, with GM mode.
Yeah.
I know Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze were the ones that got that populated because they were both sitting on the couch. Now vice versa for everyone else. I would love an online mix with it. Get some influence from.
It could be fun.
Madden, they do some online franchising. That took years.
Ugh, I hate Madden so much.
Yeah,
such a lame game.
Man, there's some wonky stuff, but it's still the top thing around.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting a lot of lag on these comments for some reason. Beach Bites says there were talks in 21 to do a RPG style game. Interesting. I think I do remember that actually.
Yeah, I do remember that floating.
Yeah. I don't know why they can't just do an alternative.
Yeah, I mean, you have, I know, what was that mobile game that everyone was playing? I played it for a while, and I haven't touched it. I think it was like Supercard. That they were very repetitive with.
That's what I mean. They have Supercard, they have My Faction. It's like, why did you have to put Supercard in the actual game? You already have that, man. It's just,
it's
not a.
I know everyone's down with my faction. I'm the same way. You can do major improvements with that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's all I got for you.
I can't remember who said it on here, the comment about what do you expect. I know I threw it at you. If it's Cody, maybe some inclusion of, finish the story, with some story mode in there, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do some inclusion with that. I mean, he's been the top thing for the last year.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Mike, what is going on? He says, I think The Undertaker is the cover guy and maybe the showcase too. I would love for a showcase for The Undertaker, but you know what? He's probably not far off on a due for a cover for 2K. When's the last time he was on a cover?
Has he been on the cover before?
I don't know. That's what I mean. Good guess, Mike. It could be The Undertaker on the cover. Who knows, man?
He just retired. When did he retire? Like last year or two?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Tommy says, I'd like to see Axe and Smash. We already got that one. He's determined, man. Like, put Demolition in the game, man. Hudson says, I know they aren't going to revamp all that stuff. Just hoping that they get rid of my faction. I can't platinum it, which I like to do. My faction, it's here to stay, bud. Unfortunately, like
2008, that was when Taker was on there. 08. Taker, Lashley.
That was like the worst SmackDown versus Raw game. That was the worst SmackDown.
That was when they were
Raw
doing the SmackDown, Raw, and ECW inclusion, but he was, he had 300 people with him. So
yeah, wow, interesting.
Yeah, you could do Dead Man on one copy, and then BA Undertaker if you want.
Could get interesting, man.
But
these comments are really lagging on my side. I don't know what's going on. Jay Nitro, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. He says, is there any rumors of a collection edition? Oh, there's probably tons of rumors out there, man. It doesn't mean any of them are true. So, look, I can give you my prediction. I already said Cody Rhodes, man. Cody Rhodes is probably it. As for predictions on what I think could possibly be your pre-order bonuses, you got Pat McAfee, you got Snoop Dogg, which a symbol, throughout that guess, which I thought was actually a really good guess.
Especially after
you got people saying that the faces of Wyatt could be, and that would be amazing. That would be the best pre-order bonus that you can give us.
After they struck the idea with Bad Bunny and that extra tire set, Snoop wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, they're falling for the celebrities. Wouldn't put it past me. I know he's, not everyone's favorite, but I don't know if Logan Paul would be an option later on as some sort of like cover star. I know not everyone's cup of tea.
Don't say that.
But he is a sensation for YouTube.
That's true, man. Look, and we've had this.
I don't like him. Don't get me wrong.
Go ahead.
Oh, I said I don't like him too much, but I mean, Triple H is very fond of him. He has a big following. You see it with the NFL, what they're doing. We're keeping our tabs on them. What they're doing.
They did just save Rey Mysterio's life at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Great save, by the way. I mean, he should have been in closer anyway, and Rey wouldn't have been in that predicament. But he still had great awareness by getting under him and helping him out right there, man. Helping it out. Yeah. 50 people in the chat, man. Good Lord. Thank you guys so much.
Seriously.
That's a great following right there. So yeah, man, I mean, look, Logan Paul, we did mention before that Logan Paul being on the cover would bring eyes, and we've mentioned before that you don't just put anybody on the cover, you put a familiar face on the cover to where people are going to look at that and go, oh.
If they really, and I don't know, this is just a rumor speculated, I would say they could throw in KSI with him in there. He probably, you can also put some Prime promotion into the game. You can put his brother in the game as well if you wanted some inclusion. I think he's been in the ring before.
Yeah, I would hate all of these ideas, by the way, James.
Oh, trust me, I'm not a fan of it, but he has a big following. As much as we don't like it.
Yeah, Tommy says, I like the My Faction. Good, dude. I'm glad that there are people that actually like this mode, because for the majority of people that I have spoken with, everybody hates it. So I'm glad that they are pumping something to somebody that likes it, man. Like that's as much as I can say about the
It's
situation.
not everyone's cup of tea, but hey, some people like it, and that's what 2K loves. So you can make it a lot better, I can tell you, and you'll probably get me playing it.
100%, man. Matthew Lopez, good evening, and hope no more my faction. Right after that comment that we just said.
And it just went downhill. There's just one viewer.
I like my faction. Matthew Lopez comes in and shuts it down. Welcome to the chat, Matthew. It's good to see you, man.
Hold my beer.
Yeah. Oh, you like my faction? Here, hold on a second.
Hold on to my money.
Jason says we need an epic My Rise / career mode. I think universe mode gets too much attention and focus. Hey, the universe mode does not get enough. It does not get enough attention.
The universe mode, I don't play it as much as you, but I've noticed a rinse and recycle effect. My Rise in career mode.
Yeah.
My Rise was probably, I remember me and Jesse here stayed up to like 2, 3 a.m. trying to grind this thing. And we thought it was wonderful. Probably the best in a good while.
For what? The My Rise?
The My Rise.
I loved it. I
enjoyed it.
Where's my boy Isaiah at? I'm just saying.
It kind of gave me Isaiah? A throwback. You know, I'm always fond of it. The 06 and 07 story mode was the best. Even
shout out to Drizzy Dre, man. We got a new member of the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Drizzy? Thank you so much, man. That is going to go a long way for us, man. We appreciate every single one of our members, and we're going to be pumping out some exclusive content for just you guys coming soon. So let me see here. Geez, I seen a good comment. Oh, here it is. Let me see if it pops up with my lagging computer right now. Dre Johnson, will 2K ever put a lot more focus on universe mode? I feel like universe mode should be a wrestling version of NBA associations. Show intros, promos, backstage promos, more superstars in promo segments. Yes, dude, that is exactly what we are hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what universe mode should be, right? Like, it should be that. It's just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Just a minor detail I would throw in that I was thinking about when you play like universe mode. You know, it should say like USA Network on the side, like when you watch, you know, Raw or SmackDown. Just a little inclusion. Fox in the corner, like you're actually, you know, you're there.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Like, I can't believe that the universe mode has lacked for this long. And taking out something like promos, dude, was just like the biggest hit that they could have done.
Yeah,
right?
and I think was the big inclusion was my GM mode was in there, and then my faction was kind of somewhat of a hit, so they focus on those. Now let's try to push the other way in the narrative. Hey, universe mode, let's go.
Yeah, man. See here. Corey Davis, man, I am so behind in the comments, guys. I'm so sorry. There's just, you guys are going off over here.
Yeah.
Corey Davis, WWE 2K14 had the best universe mode, in my opinion. Yeah, because it had the promos. You had to create a story over in 2K14 as well. There was a few other options to do in 2K. What did they have? Create a finisher still over in 2K14 as well? I think it was 2K14.
Let me do some research on that, man. It's been forever since playing 14. Good Lord.
Yeah, I was one of the goats, man. Speaking of one of the goats, La Goat in the chat. He says, "Holla, what's going on?" Or "Hola, what's going on, man?" Let me see here. He also has another comment. Adam, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. Let me see here.
Yes, you are correct. 2K14 was the last one, and then they removed create a finisher and create a story the following.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. 2K14, dude, it had all the features right there. Devin says, will Metaphor and Alpha Academy be in 2K14 or 24? We're talking about 2K14. Taking it back.
Alpha Academy, I would say, especially with Maxine in there. Metaphor, maybe DLC, because I know that was kind of late. Obviously, I don't watch NXT as much as some of you in here do, but I do know about them. I do know their inclusion into the roster. They might be a late addition, last minute. So keep your eyes on that one. But that's what I'm saying. Alpha Academy, they've been around for some time. I think they're going to be main roster.
I can second that. Definitely, man. Look, everybody that you're seeing on WWE TV right now, for the most part, it should make it into the game. Realistically, I mean, they've had enough time to scan them in.
Will be in, I would presume.
Well, he's been in all of them for the last few years, right?
I
never
so.
once got on there and was like, I'm going to play as Tozawa. Fee Rosen. Hi. What's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. Let me see here. Oh, we got another starred comment, man. Another new member. Beach Bites. Bro. Thank you so much. Man. You are the man. Thank you for becoming a new member to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Really appreciate that. Like I said, guys, lots of content coming over on the channel. We released quite a bit this week too, man. We went live twice. We released 3 videos. I mean, I was pretty active on YouTube.
The news just keeps flowing, you know.
Well, I mean, I'm a busy man. Look, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I'm not a full-time streamer. I have a shoot job, brother, like for real. And so to pump out 2 live streams and 3 videos edited, by the way, takes me a couple hours each time I edit these. I really put my time and effort into these videos. So thank you to everybody who watches them. I appreciate you guys. The community that we have built over here means the world to me. And it all stems from those short videos. So thanks for caring about what little old me had to say about WWE 2K. Let me see here. Let's get some more comments. Isaiah Hill, man, says 3 stages of hell match. I'm hoping that makes a return, man. That's one of them that we've been waiting
online
for. So.
Featured easily. You got to throw that in. I know
that I'm gonna have to scroll down to some of these comments, guys.
Why. I don't know what the reasoning is, but they don't even include that match anymore. I don't know why they got rid of it.
I don't understand why you can't just make it in like a creative match.
That's what
you know what I mean?
Saying. Yeah.
It's really strange.
I guess because they just don't use it on television because it was Triple H and Shawn, and then that's it. I can't recall another one. I don't know what the reasoning was. I don't know if that was a Triple H idea, but that was very popular back then.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look, I'm so behind that. Like Conrad's up here saying, "Hey, I skipped 20." He did skip 20. I'm so behind on the comments, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, if you want your comment bumped, man, we got super chats. I'm trying to get everybody involved, but it's rough over here. You know what I mean? So
yeah, 20 was a return back to the store.
Let me see here. We got Gabe. I scrolled down on some comments, man, so sorry if I missed your comment. Gabe says, Universe is my jam, currently working on a 70s, 80s, and 90s Universe. My dude. Look, I always love getting creative with the Universe mode, but the problem with me in Universe mode is that it just gets stale after a little bit because, you know, there's not much to do. Like, once you get past WrestleMania, right, you play through the WrestleMania, and you get past that, then what? Because you don't have promos, you don't have backstage segments. Like the same cutscenes kind of happen. It's either
you start over to get the new effect, or you just keep going and you get the same and rinse and recycle.
Yeah,
it's one or the other.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point, right? So I mean, let me see here. This is somebody new in the chat that I don't think I've seen yet.
What's going on? Willow?
Pop up their comment. Willow. Yep, and I'm still lagging, man. You might have to talk to him for a minute, and I'll have to maybe just pop back into the stream. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see here.
Okay, let's see.
There it is. I want all arenas from last games in the arena creation, more hairstyles, multiple storylines for My Rise, and they should merge the My Rise backstages with the current backstage. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. The backstage needs more love. There should be more interaction.
The arenas,
but
the arenas I agree with. If what we think it's going to be NXT very heavy, I think the arenas need to be included because they have so many theme shows. You just had Halloween Havoc. I don't know if Deadline would be in there with their newest pay-per-view from a year ago. I don't know if their new match would make an entrance to the game. I can't recall what it's called. Not champ. It's like a version of the Championship Scramble. I don't know if that would make the mix, but their theme shows need to be in there, I think.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I felt like the arenas really lacked this year. So I don't know. Lunatic, man, what's going on? He says, hey, Pro Wrestling Shoot, you said in another video that my faction is going to have unlockables used on different modes. Is that true? I am also a new subscriber to your channel. Thank you for subscribing,
Appreciate
sir.
it, Lunatic.
And from what I hear, yes, they are working on making that a thing to where if you grind them in my faction, now, once again, if it's not confirmed by 2K, take it with whatever it is. I've heard that this is what they are working towards. Keep in mind, my faction is its own team. My Rise has its own team working on the game. Universe, same thing. So, actually, I don't think Universe has its own team. It's probably why it sucks every year. But from what I hear, they are working on that, and it needs to happen. It absolutely needs to happen because nobody wants to grind my faction mode and then not have that character that they've unlocked not be in their
to a separate
game,
mode
right?
by alone.
It should be in their arsenal, man. It should be.
The way I include my faction would be a reference to like Call of Duty. You know, they should have like a store acknowledgement, have seasons, and then go online. Oh, hey, I have this gun with this camo. I grinded it. Now I got this. The same with Madden. Oh, I got this card, and I can use them in a fantasy game or not fantasy, a MUT game. You can do that. I mean, I would think that would be acknowledgement they should go by.
Yeah. Hey, answer some questions real quick. I'm going to remove myself from this just for a second to see if some of this lag maybe goes away.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's see. The cover star Randy Orton. So the funny thing with Randy Orton, it's a question of when is he going to return. I know I've heard rumors of Survivor Series. I know the War Games match just got announced last night on Raw. A 4-on-4 inclusion. I don't know if that's going to change if they're doing 5-on-5. Orton would be, Orton is a big popular star. He's been around in the business for years. He would not make a bad cover star easily, for sure. Jason, do not overshadow my Rise with Universe mode. Yeah, it's. I think you can, from what I've noticed the games, it's, from the inclusion of last year, my GM mode was a very popular demand, and I think that got more love. Usually I want to say for my looks of this, they usually just proceed and go for what's the most demand from the community. Let's work on that one. The other ones will get a little bit of love. They'll stay there to do little tweaks, but this is our main thing. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to function on all 4 different modes and give them all the same love. I've noticed that from the last couple.
Now,
years.
Hold on though. My Rise does need to be really good because I thought that My Rise this year was one of those features that I enjoyed playing. Like it was long. I felt like they put a lot of time into it this year.
Yeah, it was very long. Would you agree? What I'm saying is that some of the modes get more looks on base, like they would get more acknowledgement than the other ones.
I mean, I think that it.
And it's kind of hard to show love for all of them at the same time.
Well, they should, though. That's the problem, is when you have them, everything needs to be tweaked. They need to go hard on this. So
yeah, they should all be equal, get the same amount of love. Instead, this one gets more inclusion. My GMO, when it was a big demand, that was their main thing to focus on, and everything else got the back door.
Yeah. So Lonnie Jones, how do I become a member? Man, I think that we have a join button that you can just hit right there to become a member. If you wanted to do that, man, I appreciate you. Tommy says, I hope Jade Cargill is in it. Look, I've heard that she's in it. So that's one thing I've heard, whether it's DLC or open game. She hasn't had a match yet. So I'm hoping they book her one for Survivor Series. Doesn't mean that they can't motion capture her entrance later down the line before release, right? So, I mean, we still have until March.
Yeah, Lonnie, try it yourself. Try to possibly maybe update your YouTube. I'm not your YouTube app. I'm not sure. I've had the same issues too with joining. So I'm not sure. It could just be on YouTube side not allowing it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. We have we have some weird glitches on this side sometimes.
We've had some, I guess I would put this out there for the chat. If you guys have your notifications, is it working for you functionally? For me, when I try to do it, it would say for kids. I don't know, chat.
Make sure that those notifications are working when you have us subscribed. So if you have that bell hit for notifications, make sure it's not glitching out on you, because we've heard
I'm still
some
having
other
the same
things too.
inclusion still sometimes. When you went on live on Sunday, it didn't come up for me, which is weird, but I found a way to get notifications. So let us know, guys, if I'm not the only one having issues.
Yeah, for sure, man. Beach Bites, man, I appreciate you holding it down in the chat right now. He says, hit that like button. Yeah, guys, do me a favor if you're in here. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. It tells YouTube that you're enjoying the stream.
Spread the word.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you enjoy talking 2K with us, like that video, man. I appreciate it. One guy that I like to get insight from just popped in the chat. Let me see here. Easy E, you mean they might give her a moveset best on AEW? Yeah.
There would be some influence.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Look, she learned everything in AEW, so
I don't even remember what her taunt was. Yeah. What was her taunt in AEW?
She had that little thing where she, like, you know what I mean? She put her hands up or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the. I don't know the exact movement, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So let me see here. You pop up Jason's comment right there at the bottom for me, James. I can't for some reason. Right, this lag is just unbearable.
Jason says, I'll just take it from here because I know.
Yep, go
Universe mode overshadowed my rise harshly in 2K23. Career modes and the road to WrestleManias have always been the main attraction in the history of most WWE games. I want the devs to get that.
I mean, look, you're not lying.
No,
he's not lying. That was, you know, those career modes go a long way, man. And everybody loves the career mode when it comes to WWE.
The road to WrestleManias, the showcase, those got a lot of love in the recent ones. Cena, you've had Rey Mysterio.
Look, I've hated the showcase mode. I'm just going to be honest. They need to change that. There's something that needs to happen.
I think it's oversaturated for years. Yeah,
I wish we had Conrad on the show right now, so Conrad can do the Rey Mysterio voice for me and talk when he did the My Rise the showcase. Yeah. That was like the funniest thing, man.
And I was going to the top rope.
No, man. Let me see here. Find some more comments here. Drizzy Dre up here at the top says, "Does WWE 2K need my?" Here, let me see if I can pop it up. It's still lagging for me, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Drizzy Dre says, does WWE 2K need my arena or my locker room like NBA 2K has my court? It has been heavily suggested that they do something like that.
That would be some inclusion you could do where you're like an online, it's in some fashion online. You go and you see two people wrestling and you're over there waiting in a lobby in a ring. That would be ideal. That would be different. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Push over from NBA 2K to WWE. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I have thought about it as well.
Yeah.
Zoli, welcome talking.
Yeah, welcome Zoli.
24.
Talking 2K24. Guys, what else would you like to see? If it's match types, look, for the match types, I've heard a lot of the same things. Does anybody remember Championship Scramble? That is something that I would love to come back. That was such a fun match type to play in the game. I don't know. Maybe it was just me.
And this is where the inclusion of, now you got that one NXT match where I think it's most pinfalls in a Championship Scramble. I can't recall it on the top of my head. That could be thrown in there. I wouldn't see it. It's been, a year since that match happened. It's coming up in December again, and, it was different. Championship Scramble was fun. It was a one-time deal. Where was that inclusion from? Was it like or Night of Champions? They were doing that a lot, and you had random people win the championship. I think like Kozlov almost won it one time when he was there, and it ended up being Jeff or somewhere around there. It's been, what was it, 15, 16 they had Championship Scramble?
I can't remember, dude, but that was such a fun match type. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was either hide outside the ring to try to get the last pinfall, or, and I like the inclusion of, you don't need to be in the ring. Someone else can get pinned and you lose the pinfall.
Yeah. It was a fun match, man. All I see is Buried Alive, ambulance match, and casket match. Those are
special referee was
special referee, of course. But I mean, like, other than the special referee, which, look, man, I think it's coming back. Like, I'm just going to throw that hint out there. Special referee, man, be on the lookout for that. I think that match will make a return just because that is like the most requested match for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a selling point for 2K24 though. I think that something bigger is coming that has to be the selling point, right? Like, would you buy a game based on special guest referee? Because I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
I think, I think the last one, I mean, War Games was the big addition. You know, there's probably big improvement to that. I think maybe changing the angles of the way they did incorporation of the War Games with the hard cam and the cages on top, and compared to the other traditional way. We went to War Games ourselves, so we know how that was.
It was awesome.
I wanted to bring this one up with Byron Color. We've heard the rumor of. I know Bunny brought that up, which was cover star Brock Lesnar. Do you think that would be a possibility?
I think Brock could be a recognizable name. I don't think that Bunny is accurate on saying that, but and it's not confirmed. So I mean, once again,
no,
you know what I mean. Nothing is confirmed on that, but yeah, I do believe that he could be.
He is a big selling point. I mean, people that haven't watched
he's a familiar face.
Yeah. Too many. My dad doesn't watch wrestling, and he can tell you, oh, yeah, I knew who Brock was. Yeah, he's that WWF guy from back in the day, and, UFC.
Went to UFC and played in football. Like, he's just a familiar face, man. So, once again, another great example. Drizzy Dre says, can you make Championship Scramble in the settings? I think that you can make something similar to Championship Scramble when it comes to the toggle menu, or
I think it's like
maybe
matches. An Iron Man match way, but I don't know if it's the last pinball.
That's exactly what it is. It's an Iron Man match, but before it was like it legit showed somebody as the champion, and I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun, man. But Conrad, I see your thing over here too, where he says, turn this chat on slow mode for the chat in YouTube settings. Oh, I don't think I can do that from my screen right here.
Yeah, let me see if there's an option here.
It's all good though. It's all good. Let me see here. Beach Bites says, I will be shocked if special ref isn't in. More shocked if it works correctly. That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
I think it's a big. When we had Brian on here, when someone mentioned special referee, he wrote down this on his notes. I would take Brian's word.
No, that wasn't when he wrote the notes down. That was when he was writing the notes for something else. It was something else. And I do believe a symbol is the one that mentioned something.
He was shocked that people wanted that.
What? Special ref?
Special referee, yeah.
No, he was being sarcastic. He said, "Oh, special referee, you don't say." You know what I mean? Brian knows, dude. He knows. Yeah. Like, he knows what people want. It's not all his call either, though. Brian Williams isn't like Mr. 2K. Yeah. He works for 2K.
He'll bring it to the table and see what they say.
Yeah. He works for an entire team, although I do believe he should be Mr. 2K. The dude needs a PR job somewhere because that guy can promote your game. Yeah. Easy says we need a customizable locker room, trophy room. Yeah.
It's funny. It was, which was it, 7 or 6 where you had your own, what was it? You had your own building. You would do like the special challenges. I remember there was like a challenge. What was it? I think you had to play as Mickey James and beat Great Khali. That was one. You get all the decoration and trophies. You put a lowrider in your house. I remember that was a thing. That was years ago. I think it was 6 or 7 inclusion.
Let me see here. Conrad, great observation. That's why I love this, man. Everything Pro Wrestling says special guest ref has to be in. They have AI for the refs, so they must have plans. Conrad over here paying attention to things, man. Mm-hmm. Paying attention. Could you get a twofer maybe? Maybe a twofer, 2 special referees at once? So that's the thing too. A lot of people have said if they bring special guest referee back, they want it in a manner that's not just, oh, hey, you can do a special guest referee. There should be a lot of things built into this mode, right? Just the little details of, hey, the referee gets knocked out, a CPU comes in and takes over while that one's knocked out. Yeah, 100%. They've ever included that. Lunatic says, is WWE 2K24 coming for the next gen consoles? Because that would improve what developers can add. Do you know? I have not heard whether or not this game is only going to be next gen or previous gen. I don't know. I have not heard that. So I do agree with these games need to kind of move away from the PS4 and PlayStation 3 PlayStation 3, PS4 and Xbox One, because they're never going to improve the way that they should improve unless they kind of walk away from those old generation consoles.
And it always seems those older generation consoles get the strike. They don't get everything included compared to
I mean, look, if you're on PC, you already got it made. You got the mods. You can do whatever you want on PC, man. Like, the game looks awesome for PC. So Beach Bite says 2006 and 2007 had trophy room. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good observations.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Bring back Paul Heyman guy quest. Which one was that? The Paul Heyman quest.
Was there?
Welcome to the chat, by the way.
Oh, yeesh. Paul Heyman guy. See, I can't recall that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember that. Refresh our memory on what you're talking about when it comes to that mode.
Paul Heyman guy request.
Yeah, Dub C says, I want the game to have better gameplay logic for each match type, and also those fighting stances need to go. 100%. The fighting stances are so lame, dude. And you're right, man. I think that the game does need to have better gameplay logic, man. That's the detail that I was talking about on I think it was the last video that I released, right?
Yep. Byron brought it up. Yeah, 2K17 had an exclusive mode where you can be a Paul Heyman guy. I remember that now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2K17. Man, these games are like so close together once the next one's out, I just
I'm like, don't you guys remember 15 and 16? I'm like, man, there's a lot. There's been a lot of games.
There's too many games, bro. I play it every year that I just kind of forget the last year.
Now, if you talk to me about the old school stuff, like, oh yeah, 6 and 7 and NWO WCW Revenge, okay, my acknowledgement is refreshed.
Yeah, 100%, man. Let me see here. Eric Clark, I see your comment down there too, man. He says, how are you guys? We're doing great, Eric. Thanks for joining the chat. 3 Stages of Hell and Here Comes the Pain type backstage arena. What do you think about that? The Times Square joint.
Oh, he was talking about that one. Okay, I thought he was talking.
Yeah, like the Times Square, backstage arena to where you can kind of flow
that was very iconic.
Everything.
The one that I remember, you can work out in the gym room and you would accelerate your finisher while running on the treadmill. You could throw people through the restroom. That was cool. You can break from one room to another one. Oh yeah, the free roaming was very key. And if that was, I remember the rumor of, like, someone mentioned the RPG for WWE. You could do that with the 2K24. Just like what was it? Shut Your Mouth was the first one that I remember. You can walk around and have interactions with people. Then Here Comes the Pain followed that. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, 100%, man. Tyler Mitchell, I see your comment right there. I don't know if you could pop that up, James. Says, not going to lie, while unnecessary, I'd love to see a locker room similar to the SmackDown vs. Raw 06-07 era with challenge modes. What do you think about that one, James?
Yeah, I remember, the challenge modes, those were... So
those are your...
I thought of...
That was your jam, right? 2006, 2007.
That was so I want to say
right there,
SVR 06 and 7. That was when I got my occlusion for getting online. I was all new to it, and I used to grind those like crazy. The locker room, I can't remember what it's called, but you can have like the trophy room. The challenges were there, and you can unlock different, I think, attires and movesets and arenas. I remember there was one you had to be Rey Mysterio, and you had to fight, I think it was like Mark Henry, Great Khali, and one other person. When I think of that makes me think of NFL 2K, where you had your own crib and you had your trophies. You would get challenges from celebrities and all that. I think they could do some inclusion with that. Show off my trophies of, hey, I beat this person, or my fastest contest, my fastest match, fastest submission, just little trophies like that, high scores.
Yeah.
Just little things like that.
Yeah. Milk 35 says the old school GM mode 24/7. I would like that. Hey, by the way, I figured out this lag. You know what was going on? My computer was trying to save power because I unplugged the power cord. How is that for a tech savvy? You know,
it's like the phone when you're on 20%. Oh, hey, okay, low battery, or we'll save your percentage and it runs slow.
Yeah, we're gonna run slow for you. You know what I mean? So now, like, I'm speeding through this now. It's great. Byron Cutler, man, I want improvements to this 4 match types: Royal Rumble, TLC, Hell in a Cell, and steel cage matches. Yes, Royal Rumble does need an upgrade. TLC definitely needs an upgrade. Hell in a Cell, steel cage matches, you just need to be able to do more in them.
Flaming table on the top, bring weapons to the top. That's been a long, I think, overdue.
Yeah. Jason says, and for the love of God, can we get 4-man custom entrances in 2K24? It's like pulling teeth just to get that feature in.
Yeah, let me look how it was for the Bloodline.
Gosh.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. There was an issue. I think Paul Heyman was having issues. You had to change the whole. Do you remember that? It was like one of the first or second updates. And then, of course, Hogan's stash was always getting ruined.
Dude, I'm convinced that Hogan. You should probably just take Hogan out of the game. He's causing
just
all
take
the
stash
glitches
away. It seems like
yeah. You know, give us the shaved Hogan. Remember when he shaved? Give us the shaved Hogan when he was going for his movies, man. Supergirl, I remember you from the comments. Welcome to the chat. I think this is your first time in live with us. Says would love to see more weapon interaction. Would be cool to powerbomb someone on the steel steps. If you put it in the ring. Yeah. Definitely, like the physics in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I always take it back to that, right? When they had those weapon physics and the carry physics and stuff like that.
Yep, the carry physics. You can
it was so janky looking, but it was still there.
Yeah, it was always popping. You try to put 2 and 1 would bounce in the air, go to the crowd. It was always wonky, but it was,
yeah.
That was the fun time. It was the silliness, but it worked.
Mike says LOD possible DLC. Dude, I hope so.
No,
I love the Legion of Doom, man.
As long as there's nobody falling off the Titantrod.
Wolf Mode said, I forgot you were going live. It's okay, man. You're here now. We're still live.
You caught us right on time. We're still here.
Let me see here. Watertown Dream. More WCW and ECW arenas. 100%.
Yep.
Let me see. Easy E says Dub C. Oh, he's answering. Had the best finishers in Def Jam. Def Jam is Easy's game, man. Like, that is his go-to. You know what I mean? So... let me see here. Everything Pro Wrestling says West Side Connections at Easy. Let me see here. Wolf Mode said notifications on and everything. Oh, that sucks, man. YouTube did you dirty, man. I'm sorry about that. Let me see here. Fight and use weapons in between cell and ring. Yes.
Yeah.
I hate that they limited us on the side of the cell. Do you like that, James? I think it's kind of cool.
It's always been a thing.
They need to upgrade it more.
The weapons have been limited, and the moves have always been limited. Like, you're always doing the typical. Just throw them into the cell, they fall down. Throw them into the corner steel. That's it. I even threw the inclusion. Like, why can't I bring? I'll just bring this in there. How about more flaming weapons? A flaming barbed wire bat. Throw it on the top of the cell. Flaming tables, even tables on top.
Dude, they need to put thumbtacks in this game already. Like, come on.
Yeah, give me a bag of thumbtacks or something.
It needs to happen.
If you can't do that for some reason, I don't care. Give me what they did. They had a bag of Barbie dolls, Lego blocks. Give me whatever. Give me something else.
Yeah. Easy says, give us that Thunder in Paradise, Hogan. James, have you ever watched that show, Thunder in Paradise? Good times.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Good times, dude.
While we're at it, throw me in Jimmy King while you're at it.
That's tremendous. Oh, I love Jimmy King. He's the best wrestler. He's the bestler. Better than all the wrestlers. Did you, dude, Ready to Rumble? Goated. I love that ridiculous movie. Flash, what's going on, man? He says, hi. Welcome to the chat.
How's it going, Flash?
Supergirl says, also the female superstars need to be able to bleed too. This is coming from a woman as well. You're not wrong.
No, I agree with
you
it.
are not
I
wrong.
do agree with that conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing that I applaud AEW Fight Forever. Oh, there's a few things I applaud AEW Fight Forever for, but that is definitely one of them, man, as they didn't have those limitations. And I'm hoping that 2K finally gets with it. I understand, like maybe they're just worried about the PR and everything else, but female superstars in the 2K games they need so much more than what we get out of them. You know what I mean? Because I feel limited. I felt like 2K23 did a lot better, but like not being able to bleed and et cetera like that. I think that they need more. Yeah.
Females bleeding. Yeah, I think that should needs to be in.
Yeah.
They're allowed in almost every match type. You might as well let them bleed.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like I don't see what's the big deal. If the men can bleed, why can't the women bleed? Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make this happen.
Happen
2K.
too. I mean, come on, someone got popular for bleeding. Becky Lynch.
Doesn't StreamYard have that clip thing right there? Go ahead and clip that conversation right there, and I'll send that to Brian for sure. Jason says, it's the little things that go a long way. How about more original custom entrance music and custom entrances? Yeah, so they really demolished the custom entrance over the years. There used to be so many more options that you could pull off with that feature.
Now it's very narrowed down. You have
so
these
bland.
Options, that's it.
It's so bland. Like they just need to rebuild this entire game, man. Give us take 3-4 years off. You know what I mean? It's okay. Give us one decent game to hold us off for 3-4 years. Take a break. Go back to the drawing board.
Constant updates, throw in somebody in there.
Yeah, just go back to the drawing board and make a whole new game at this point, Yeah. Snacks, what's going on, man? An actual career mode would be a good combined 2K17 with 24/7 career from SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 would be fun. Not a bad idea. Supergirl says, glad to be here. Yeah, we're happy you're here. I had a good conversation with her in one of the comment sections on one of my videos. I can't remember which video it was, but it was a good convo. Jason says, preach to snacks. Preaching to snacks. Byron Color says, more ruthless aggression arenas. Stewie, what's going on? ECW and Paul Heyman should be added to my GM like Eric Bischoff. That 100%. 100%. You should be able to do... And what I think is coming, don't quote me on this, but I would assume that it's coming, is that you should be able to create your own brand in my GM mode. I don't get
give it your own logo.
Did we look past this? A game that has all these creation features, but we can't create our own brand.
I don't think they were there at the meeting and said, no, we can't let another company in there.
Who ran that meeting? I need an invite.
Yeah, WCW, NXT, Raw, SmackDown. That's it. That's all you're getting. You're not getting nothing else. Not even.
Devin says, give us Mr. American Hogan. And Mr. America Hogan and America made Hulkamania, as well as WCW NWO version of Hulkamania. James, how do you feel about that American made?
Look, I know there's a lot of. Well, I don't. I would. Have
if I didn't get copyright for playing this music, I would play it.
A 24-second voice message of every
26
single time. Okay, whatever it is.
26.
I mean, you can put Hogan in there. But is that stash going to work?
Man.
And, after one update, is it going to break the game? That's my question.
Yeah,
or
if the mustache is breaking the game, keep him out. You know what I mean?
Keep him unshaved.
It's not worth it.
I mean, he'd probably break the game with the mask on over the stash.
Yeah, Beach Bites says the only WWE game to have thumbtacks was on the Wii. Yep, SmackDown vs. Raw 2009
match.
Wasn't it SmackDown vs. Raw 2009?
I think so. And then ambulance match, I think was 11.
They did have a thumbtack. They did have thumbtacks in was it Legends of WrestleMania? Was that the game that they had thumbtacks in too?
One or two? Yeah, there was one where it was just the bag of tacks and was very very piss poor.
Dude, knowing our luck, we're getting bags of Legos just because of WWE been pulling that pulling them shenanigans, doing the bags of Legos and candy. What was it, candy during the Halloween
candy,
special?
Yeah, Legos. Hey, man, put your foot right on top of a bag of Legos.
Yeah. Jason says my original calls are like my babies. I ain't putting them in the ring with thumbtacks. Brian, please ignore Jesse.
Just don't get tossed in a thumbtack.
Don't ignore Jesse. We need thumbtacks. We need this game to be a little more hardcore, man. Watertown Dream says, will we see Nature Boy Buddy Rogers in 2K24? Wow. Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. I wouldn't be opposed. We haven't seen him.
Well, speaking of Nature Boy, you think Flair's going to be in? His woo is still on the intros, which is weird. His woos are still under. They haven't removed them yet.
That's
Buddy
tough.
Rogers... I wouldn't be opposed to Buddy Rogers being in.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Ric Flair?
James, shout out some legends right now. Who do you want to see in the game, legend-wise?
Legend-wise, I mean, some people already brought up a couple of them. LOD, you got to throw in there. Of course, it's never, ever going to happen. Owen Hart would be cool in the WWE games, but that's never going to happen. You can bring in British Bulldog. You can bring back, because of the inclusion, they haven't mentioned him in a while. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Honky Tonk Man, you can bring in Slaughter.
Whoa. Oh, hold on. Exiting this solo layout. Nobody likes the Honky Tonk Man. Don't bring that.
No, but he has some history in there.
Get him out. What are we going to run? Honky Tonk Man versus Gunther? See who the real greatest of all time is? I'm slapping the hell out of him.
It's been years. No one has passed a record until Gunther did it, thankfully. It was very popular.
On a second.
It was very
Everything
popular.
pro wrestling, better have my money.
That was the best.
I ain't got your money. Oh, classic times, man. Classic times.
The Sheiky Baby, you got to put Sheiky Baby.
Yeah, you got to put Sheiky Baby. I would like a Sergeant Slaughter, dude. He follows us on Twitter, by the way. Shout out to Sergeant Slaughter. He follows everybody on Twitter.
Where's Michael Martinez?
I guess it's not that much clout that I'm spitting right here. He literally follows everybody. Lunatic says, do you think advanced physics should allow wrestlers to hit commentators and grab them from the table into the ring and fight them as well? How dope would it be that I can just go and punch out Corey Graves or whoever's on the commentary team, and then they stop talking?
Yeah,
you don't hear any commentary.
It's just dead air. I've thrown the inclusion of why not just be able to toss someone over to him, or, I don't know if I haven't played Universe in mode in a while. Have someone doing, commentary with one of the wrestlers. You throw your opponent right into them as well. You can do that inclusion,
dude.
Or even to the ring announcing. Throw one to Samantha Irvin.
I would be punching out all the announcers every match just to see that feature, just to hear them stop talking.
What's stopping them from putting the Spanish announce people in there? You could put them in there.
Can you imagine the content that we can make over here at the Pro Wrestling Shoot with just us knocking out announcers?
Right.
Like I knocked out the announcers in every single arena, and this happened. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, what a feature.
I would say it's very weird with the way they've done it, where you would take out one announce table, and they just stand up for the whole time. They don't try to sit down or anything. Now I know they usually, sometimes they've sat down, sometimes they stand up. Throw in the Spanish announce team in there. There's not everyone speaks English. You can throw in their commentary. I'm not sure if that's ever been discussed.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Isaiah Hill, what's up, guys? I thought Isaiah was already in here. Would you bounce for a little bit, Isaiah?
Saying, hey,
welcome
how's
back.
it going? I'm back.
Welcome
hey,
back,
I'm still
Isaiah.
here.
Mike says microtransactions for different attires / arenas for superstars, different eras. So the eras thing is tough, right? Because it just comes with contracts, but it is what it is. I mean, for the microtransactions for attires and arenas, great. Like I think that's a good idea. Don't charge me $10 for it though. Charge me like $2 or $3 maybe. I think the
inclusion of what shoes were what brand of Bad Bunny's shoes? What was he wearing? Adidas or Nikes or something? I can't remember. That's probably going to be maybe a big inclusion to 24. You can come in there with some Tims or some Jordans or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in those COD days where people would make their own Jordans.
Easy. He says Michael Cole would be through every table. Oh man, what a feature that would be, man. Acid Psycho, what's going on, man? It says like have like custom weapon and be able to fight in the crypt keeper lair and have custom weapons, but it has to be done correctly or it will fail if not done right. Just more customization, I guess. That would be pretty good. I mean,
the Boneyard match, I'm surprised they haven't. I'm surprised that's never been in. You know, you can throw like different inclusions. You can throw someone to a tombstone or something.
Yeah.
Barn.
Guys, I'm trying to get to all your comments. The chat is going off tonight. Thank you so much. If I don't get to them, like I said, there's ways that I can see them
much
faster.
Appreciated.
You will hop to the top. I'm trying my best, man. This chat is going wild, though. Anyone know who is going to make the cover this year? I'm hoping for Bray Wyatt. So I don't think Bray Wyatt is going to be on the cover, but never say never. I mean, I would love for a Bray Wyatt cover. My guess is Cody Rhodes. Like I said earlier in the show, Cody Rhodes is just that guy this year, man. And thank you, Easy, for this comment. It's a breath of fresh air. Read them and weep, James. Read them and mother effing weep.
We're going to have a talk after the show.
Byron Cutler says, I created a different company in WWE 2K19 called WAW, so that would be great for me. Wow wrestling. Yeah, dude. Dude, I want to create the DWL if we're
I was about to bring that DWL.
Yeah. That DWL, man, that's what it's all about. Bring back heels, by the way. Great show. Bring it back. I can't wait for the Iron Claw in December. I'm going to go see that movie, too. Tyler Mitchell says, I never understood how MLB, the show, could use USB for custom music in their jukebox, but we can't get custom music back the same way. It's just some sort of... It has a lot to do with the licensing, and I don't think that WWE wants anything to do with licensed music. It's really weird.
It was a one and done deal that I remember. You would go online and, hey, where's my music? Oh, they're not playing that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A lot of people pounding at the doors. Hey, where's our money?
That's true, man. Easy says, yeah, the COD music is so old. They have all this uncaged and music of WCW stuff streaming. It's called WWE Music Group. Put old themes in the game. Facts. They already have the licensing to it. That's what I don't understand. Like,
you don't need to put anything. You can even discredit it and just not, if there's certain songs that have lyrics, just remove it and just put instrumentals.
Yeah. Dub C says, don't you just hate when you're playing a Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber and the AI is playing like it's a regular match, doing arm bars and stuff? Shake my head. Come on, 2K. Yeah, I mean, look, the AI has gotten a lot smarter over the years. I'll tell you that, man, because the AI used to be terrible to play with. Now, at least you can have some pretty decent matches with them. It does get frustrating in certain aspects, I guess, like Hell in a Cell and Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble really irritated me. Legends of WrestleMania had thumbtacks, too. Yep. That's the one I was talking about, too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do you have a Discord server? I'd like to show you all my created wrestlers. Yes, we do have a Discord server that we actually just recently started. We haven't really promoted it as much as I probably should have, but we do have a Discord server. I think I have a link in some of the videos. I'll have to go back and add a link in the comments of this video.
You can also showcase it on Cause WS. I think that's still a thing.
Come back to this video later on, and I'll have a link in that description for everybody to join the Discord server as well, because we also release our videos in there. We let you guys know news or whatever the case is. I do want to get that Discord server up and running. It's something new that I really haven't put too much time in, but thanks for reminding me, because we probably should start promoting that Discord server so that way we can get the community talking, right? Staying active. So Jason says a little bit goes a long way, folks. Give us oh, wait. Did I already read this? Nope.
No.
I think he started his last comment like that, too. Give us extra custom original music entrances and stable entrances. Sometimes it's the little things that benefit Creation Suite. It's true. He's not lying, man.
No.
He's 100%. Not lying. Let me see here. Acid says cause the Crypt Keeper could get put in the Wyatt family for like Wyatt storyline in the story mode. Man, you could do that. I guess that would work.
Yeah.
Devin says the legends I want to see are the Headbangers, British Bulldog, Loose Cannon, Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman could come back, actually. now that
Does
his son
Lexus
is in
King
there.
make it?
Yeah, Lexus King. So that could be, could we get a Pillman pack? You know what I mean? Lexus King and Brian Pillman for DLC. That would be great.
Hollywood
Attitude
Blondes,
Era.
possibly?
What was that?
I said Hollywood Blondes, possibly.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
That would, yeah. I don't know why they didn't bring that version of Stone Cold back anyway. Like,
instead he was locked up in my faction.
Yeah.
You're stunning Steve Austin.
My faction, you ruin everything.
Faction. Yeah.
Ruining
He's
everything
very
with
stunning
that.
here.
Attitude Era version of Kurt Angle, Invasion Era of Booker T, and King Booker. King Booker, man. That's my dude right there. Oh, I already read that comment. Let me see here. Supergirl says we need to use the ring bell too. Yeah, I don't know why they took that away. Come on.
Years. Yeah, that was very iconic to use.
That's ridiculous. Byron Color says create different brands. My GM is good for me because I created a different company in WWE. Oh, same type of comment.
Another wah.
Yeah, another Watertown dream. Because of 10 years of WWE 2K games, should 2K24 have every arena that was featured in a WWE 2K game? I don't understand to this day why we don't have every arena we've used, period. Like, why not?
Yeah, there's so many arenas. You can bring back the old school ones. You can bring back Cyber Sunday and Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah,
Those
dude.
Classics. You can go very, very old school. Now NXT's catching up with all the arenas.
Yeah. Beach Bite says Kevin Nash gets 3 paychecks for being in as Nash Diesel NWO, according to him. That's probably true. Nash is all about.
Yeah, he probably signed it like I need it from all 3 of my characters.
Got to make it happen, brother. Stewie says, if any of the legends that's been on the past games make a return, I believe they need a new attires instead of doing a copy and paste. It's like Warrior has had the same attire since his return. Return to the games. That's true.
You mean Macho Man? Macho Man?
Yeah, Macho Man's another one, dude. I've seen enough. Give me Macho Madness. You know what I mean? We need to have promos in Universe mode again. I think they're coming, man. I'm pretty sure they're coming back.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So Jason says, I think the 2 modes that are the most hyped for, if I could just take an estimated guess, hands down, create a story and create a finisher. So I think that Road to WrestleMania is probably the most requested mode to make a return. If I had to take any mode. Yeah. It would definitely be that. But for creation features, yes, create a story, create a finisher is widely
creative
requested.
finisher. The online community was crazy for create a story and create a finisher. It was, oh boy, you remember?
What would you rather have? Create a story, or create a finisher back? If you had to pick one, let me know in the chat too. If you had to pick one, which one you taking? Create a story, or create a finisher?
I would say if you're very, very detailed with, with your cause, which a lot of people do, I think create a finisher was very based, you wanted to match.
Ooh.
For me,
I'm taking create a story, man.
Create a story was cool, and there was some funny ones, I can tell you.
I'm taking create a story, dude. That feature alone could have this game moving all year long because you could just download some silly stuff all online.
Now, create a finisher. Remember all those wonky finishers of someone doing like 6 backflips into a stunner.
Yeah. So Supergirl says it would also be nice to be able to unlock all the My Rise characters from 22 to 23 in the next game. Yeah, I think that you should be able to do that. I mean, even I'm not a fan, or I don't advocate for locked content. Let's keep locked content away from 2K24. If I have to grind a mode to get that locked content, great. But let me have it freely without.
And this is where they'll tell you, well, yeah, you can do it for a $sign at the end.
Yeah, 100%. Ballroom Dancer says, "What's up? What's going on, Ballroom? Hope you're having a great night so far, man." Or woman, I don't know. Ballroom Dancer, I guess, could go both ways. Devin says, if we get Cody as the cover, who's going to be the showcase star? That's my question. That's good observation, Devin, because if Cody is the cover star, then I don't know who you would put in the showcase mode. So that's what makes me think either Roman or You know, like
Orton,
these other
someone did
people have a
mention-
shot at being the cover
Yeah.
star and the showcase star.
Lesnar.
Maybe we don't get a showcase mode this year. I could only hope. I'm just saying.
And only man could dream.
I would, yeah, a man could dream. I would take WrestleMania, Road to WrestleMania, or a 40 years of WrestleMania before I took a showcase mode.
Yeah, he wants to be there slamming Andre the Giant with Hogan. We've heard the story.
He's American.
When he already got slammed by somebody else, let's just say this. Let's put that in history books. He was not the first.
Tevin Powell, what's going on, man? He says, man, I hope this career mode doesn't suck as this year because it sucks. I don't know, man. I liked the My Rise. You know, it's all preference.
It depends. It depends. I know Conrad. I know he's in here with his Molly Holly unlock.
Homie Conrad still hasn't gotten that mighty Molly yet. So
I will say there is complaints that it was a little too long. I know we were kind of frustrated that the men's was too long. The women's was probably not as long, but it kind of dragged. They would say. Yeah,
dude. Ugh. Jeez. Do you think Snoop Dogg will be the cover star? No, I don't. I don't think Snoop Dogg is on the cover. What a way to sell a wrestling game if you put Snoop Dogg on the cover, though. Can you imagine?
He would be a good seller. I mean, the Snoop deal jump. Look, Snoop Dogg is all over the place. He's doing Monday Night Football, music performances. You have him as the intro. That's how big he's been since. He's all over the globe.
Tevin says, like, really, your aunt ruined WrestleMania. Come on, 2K. For sure. I mean, you ain't lying. There's no lies detected out of that. I get it. Ballroom Dancer, I want Legends of WrestleMania's managers' abilities. Interesting. That's a first for me that I've heard that. That's pretty cool. The manager's abilities. Do you remember that, James, in Legends of WrestleMania?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I haven't played that in forever. Yeah,
how cool is that? Like, I haven't thought about that feature in a long time.
Oh, boy. Yeah, who was it you could have? Let's see, Mr. Fuji was in there as a manager you can throw. Wasn't he throwing salt?
Yeah.
Right, there was an option. He was throwing salt.
What a detailed
I didn't
feature,
think about
though.
that. Yeah.
What a detailed feature. Wow. Says, Easy says, let us choose an outfit and a moveset instead of the John Cena 08 name thing. Like Everything Pro Wrestling says. Did I miss Everything Pro Wrestling's comment? I did not see it. Maybe I missed it.
There's so
Dang, sorry about that, Conrad. Let me see here.
Yeah, I'll scroll through.
I agree with that, though, Easy. I really do. I think that would be a great idea. Isaiah says, I hopped out and then came back. Well, welcome back, Isaiah.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Here's one
back.
I'll throw in. You think they would ever throw an option where you can create a crowd chant? I don't know.
No.
In some inclusion, I'm not sure how they would do that.
No. Could you imagine all the inappropriate stuff going on?
Yes, I know.
Creations?
Okay, take it out. Don't put it on Community Creations.
Dude. It's already looking like the hub over there when you log on to Community Creations. It's bad. It's bad. So yeah, Easy says preset moves. Let me see here. Like I didn't even finish the whole story mode. He was mad.
Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad's with you, man. Conrad, Everything Pro Wrestling's in here. He hears you. He hears the frustrations. Easy says unique stances and counters. For sure, dude. For sure. Mm-hmm. NWO for life. Do you think the Wrestling Code will release their game next year to go head-to-head with 2K24? The Wrestling Code, I feel like, has went rogue. So I haven't heard anything on that game.
TBA.
Yeah. We would have to start hearing some stuff like really soon from them. Yeah. Like we haven't even gotten gameplay footage or anything from that game. It's crazy. I would like him to like more wrestling games the better, really. Like when you think of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't go wrong with more wrestling games. If you had the Wrestling Code out, you had 2K24, you had Fight Forever, and you had Ultra Pro Wrestling. Like, come on, man. 4 wrestling games right there. That's pretty cool. When's the last time we've seen something like that? So, Easy E says, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
Oh, I'm trying to think what games. I know Fire Pro, the one other game that's on.
Fire Pro is still widely loved by a lot of people.
Same with the other one, the one that's on the Wii. Someone has to refresh in my mind. I know I've seen New Legacy play it
The Wii, is that still a thing?
Not the Wii. I'm sorry, the Switch.
I was,
The Switch.
I was like, are we still pumping
Nintendo,
Wii games?
same genre, same brand. Okay, what was it called? Wrestling Revolution. I'm pretty sure some people have played it.
Oh, yeah.
That is very awesome, especially on PC. I've seen that. Wow, the roaming on that is crazy.
I have not. I think I've heard of the game. I don't think I've ever seen anything on it.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Just
check
go
it out.
check out New Legacy. Trust me.
Okay. Easy says wrestling machine angle would be the close up to angle. Don't make me read any inappropriate stuff, E. Don't get me messed up over here.
Yeah. No inappropriate names here. I don't know if Chris Williams is in here.
Take our monetization away, man.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's not going to make the Pro Wrestling Shoot very happy. Easy says they took the bell away because it's Brett's favorite. That's true, man. Brett screwed Brett over there, man. Is there an arena limit? I've not heard of an arena limit.
Yeah, not that I know of. I know someone mentioned the belt or the ring bell. Maybe some inclusions. I've pushing this for a couple of years. In some context, if the ref's knocked out, do some Eddie Guerrero, animations where you can just throw the chair at someone and you fall on the floor and the ref comes up.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Been in there. Do an honor for it. Excuse me, for Eddie.
Ballroom dancer, I'm a man. Sorry, bud. Hey, you never know. Like they're all like screen names. Yeah. I don't want to offend anybody. So, Easy says, fix the crowd in the Japan Dome. Scream loops over and over. Yeah, man. Mark Gleason says, I say Cody cover and Judgment Day showcase.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Judgment Day showcase probably wouldn't have enough to go around. But
cover star. Judgment Day. Put them all on there.
You could put Rhea on the cover. Just saying. She's over, dude. Rhea, can you imagine 2K24 with Dominic and Rhea on the cover?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they have a massive fan base.
Yeah, they do.
It would be pretty interesting. Lunatic says, I want legends like the narcissist Lex Luger, Crush 94, HBK 93, IRS, Doink, Heel, and Face, Mankind, Loose Cannon Brian Pillman, Tatanka, and Chief J Strongbow. It's a good list.
Yeah.
Big John Stud. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm sold.
Yeah. Let me see here. Jason says, even with the technical difficulties, James and Jesse, you guys are doing great. Best boys night in I've had in a long time. Only thing missing are burgers and fries. Hey, man, Uber that stuff, man. Send me some.
Send it over here.
Yeah, we hungry. We hungry, man. I appreciate that, Jason. Thank you, man. Taboo says, hopefully they add full animation of tired finishers, taking, strip off, brutal blood and damage, spear into stage screen, face purple crying, emojis. I'm assuming I don't see that popped up.
Yeah, it's emojis.
Okay, yeah. I agree, man. There needs to be more interactions with environmental. There needs to be definitely more blood, man. They need to fix that.
I say more interaction with the crowd. Like I said, I think it was 06 or 07 with the scaffold. That was unique.
Yeah, that was good, man. Dre Johnson says, if 2K put the amount of focus into the WWE franchise like they do NBA, I think it would be a crossover, would crossover big time. So, two different teams, bud. I'm going to go ahead and say that. 2K is one big company, but they have a WWE 2K side of things, and they have NBA. So, like, Brian Williams isn't going to go work on basketball games, if you feel me. You know what I mean? No. Do you feel him, sir? So, yeah, it's just, it's not going to, it's not going to happen, dude.
Yeah, I don't think people that have been focusing on NBA 2K are going to be like, have a cool for wrestling.
Yeah, they have
I get
two
the inclusion,
teams.
don't get me wrong. I understand the frustrations behind it.
Yeah.
And NBA's been a wider product. They've had the contract for years. So, and they're the only one dominant, and they've had the NBA franchise just like EA would Madden. Yeah, that one's gonna get more love than WWE.
Yeah, here you go, man. You shouldn't have mentioned sports because James can go on forever about sports. Supergirl says, I think in honor of Bray, he should do the.
Yeah, where's my fantasy football people?
No. Yeet. Supergirl says, I think in honor of Bray, he should be the cover star. I wouldn't disagree with that. Like, I would love to see Bray on the cover of 2K. That would make that game phenomenal. Stewie says, I like Road to WrestleMania, but believe it worked better if it, what is that, defo? What is that?
Let's see. But definitely, that's just slang for it.
Believe it works better if it returns for WrestleMania 40. Then again, WrestleMania 50 as WrestleMania anniversary sort of thing. That's true, but we don't even have an arena for WrestleMania 40, and the game will be released before WrestleMania, so it's kind of hard to do that. But, you know, like, that brings me to giving us DLC, like, outside. Like, I would pay the $5 or whatever to get a WrestleMania arena added to the game later. You know what I mean? Like, why haven't they added the California WrestleMania this year for 2K23 is what I'm saying. Like, crazy, right?
Yeah.
You would have thought that we would have gotten that.
And I just the inclusion, just the little things like I mentioned. You know, you're playing Universe Mode and you're WrestleMania, and it's daytime. You can see outside, and it goes to nighttime as you progress.
Yeah, man. Thanks for that super chat, Mark. He says, love the content you guys put out. Watch every video you put out. Keep up the great work. Mark, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. That goes a long way for us, man. It really does mean a lot that you guys like the content that we're putting out. We do work very hard on it. It's a lot of hours. I'll tell you that. It's on top of my day job.
A lot of ideas.
Yeah.
It's even getting ideas from you guys. It's much appreciated. Seriously.
Yeah, but trust me, man, it's a passion at the same time. So when I started the pro wrestling shoot, man, I started it as a passion product because I just love pro wrestling in general. But pro wrestling video games has been my life since I was a little kid, right? Like
That's how we met, actually.
That's actually how I met James, is through what? Yeah. SmackDown versus Raw 2007?
7 or 8, and
man, years ago. And we've been to SummerSlam together. We've been to Survivor Series together. We've went to, NXT TakeOver. We sponsored.
He's going to my place. I've been over there.
We've been good friends because of these wrestling games. You know what I mean? And I didn't think of anybody better to pull on to the Pro Wrestling Shoot to help me talk pro wrestling on Tuesdays than Mr. James over here. So it really does mean a lot that you guys are putting out the content because trust me, we are passionate about it, and it means a lot, man. That's really all I could say is that we're appreciative. Definitely, man. Byron Cutler says Snitsky was backstage at Raw last night, but Byron, it wasn't his fault, though.
He wasn't punting babies either.
And we're demonetized. Devin says, will Chase you be in the game? I'm not sure, man.
I would think so. They were in the DLC cut last for 2K23. I would think they're going to be in there. They have.
Yeah. So if they're in the DLC,
they're your current tag champions too.
As long as they don't get cut, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should be.
As long as Black Thursday doesn't come by and
100%,
or somebody has some issue.
100%. Ballroom Dancer says, I want all the WCW, ECW pay-per-views. Velocity, Heat Arenas, templates at least. Man, Velocity and Heat. My first ever Raw, my first ever SmackDown that I ever attended. I got to watch Sunday Night Heat before Raw, and I got to watch Velocity before SmackDown.
Yeah, I never got any inclusions of Heat and Velocity.
Just brings back good memories, man.
Those Velocities were good back in the day.
My brother, who is no longer with us, took me to those. So every time I think about those first attended events, man, just it's got a special place in my heart. You know what I mean? So Velocity definitely is one of them, man.
Can we go back to the days where everything was cheaper too at the events?
Yeah, super chat from Dre Johnson, man. Thank you so much. He says, if 2K put in the marketing and dedication to the WWE games like 2K, I think it would be a crossover big time like NBA, especially if they update it. That's the thing, Dre. Is I don't think, look, it's two different teams that work on that. You know what I mean? So it's
and the
not
NBA
the same.
Is a lot bigger audience than wrestling. You know, I mean, the numbers are
fact.
Huge for the NBA, and I think it's hard. Like, I think it's harder for wrestling compared to the NBA. You get a lot of updates. You know, this player gets added to the roster, or this person got added from the D League. You know, there's a lot. They keep adding, even with their NBA My Team, that gets rotated here and then all the time. It's not as a big deal with my faction for WWE. Like I said, I do understand the frustration of it. I mean, the only way I would say solve this is keep buying, guys. get a lot of people to jump on board to buy into games, just like watching wrestling in general. NBA is
Yeah, man.
worldwide. Wrestling is too.
Support wrestling, dude. Definitely, because, a good friend Conrad, too, over here at Everything Pro Wrestling. Guys, go and subscribe to him, too. He's going to have Brian Williams on his show as well, and they're going to be talking some 2K when the time is right. But Conrad, is a huge supporter of AEW. Me, too. Like, we're supporters of AEW. We like both. I don't subscribe to the, I'm not going to watch this company. One sucks sometimes. Once the other sucks sometimes. Like you're never gonna.
We had that back in the day,
It's gonna be a hit and miss with pro wrestling, but I think things are getting better for WWE. I think that AEW is going through a rough time right now, but if we don't support it, then if it goes away, then we only have one company, right? So support pro wrestling, man. Thank you for that super chat, Dre. You are appreciated, man.
Speaking of rough time, I think I asked you last week. With the considerations of what's going on with Vince. Is Vince going to be in the game? Who makes the call on that?
I don't know, man. Hopefully they endeavor him. You know what I'm saying?
Cover
Future
star Vince
endeavored.
McMahon. I'm surprised he's never said, I want to be on the cover, damn it.
Hopefully
I've never heard him say
future
that.
endeavor that man. Endeavor did him dirty, man. They did him dirty. It's crazy to think about. Everything Pro Wrestling says Snitsky and the Butterfinger teeth. Bro, Snitsky is something else, dude. I can't believe they had him on Raw last night. How wild
He
was
was
that?
just visiting.
Yeah. Stewie says, be awesome to see the classic WWF in your house arena along with NXT in your house. So we did get NXT in your house.
Yeah, I would say some inclusion, and I'm pretty sure that you would probably know more than me. They have to somewhat take in consideration of what AEW Fight Forever, of the inclusion of you can break down certain things at the top of the arena on the ring stage, the Titantron. I don't remember if they've ever done that for the other games for the WWE franchise, but that would be some inclusion. Break the Titantron, spear someone through it, like Rhino did it one year. Years ago.
Yeah, that'd be fun, man. They just did it. They just did it for Fight Forever. I mean,
break down the set, or go get a beach ball, throw it at someone. That could be another idea. I don't know if that would be an option, having the crowd throwing a beach ball throughout the match.
That'd be hilarious. We need more crowd chants too, because the crowd is just dull on that game. I like the crowd in AEW Fight Forever. It feels live. It feels real. I just like it better. Thanks. Pro Wrestling Shoot, you guys are awesome. Enjoy your content. And also diehard Bray Wyatt fan. Thanks. Hey, thank you, man. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the support, everybody in this chat right now. You guys are going off, and I really enjoy it. It really means a lot to us that you guys enjoy what we do. So that's first and foremost. Without you guys, there would be nobody to talk to about these great ideas for WWE 2K. So Lord knows the 2K devs need to see these ideas. So I'm going to be sending this over to them, and hopefully they pay close attention to what you guys are putting in the chat.
To go.
Yeah. Let me see here. Steve Kelly, I am out of the hospital and back at a rehab center. That is amazing news, Steve.
Yep.
Yeah, get well soon, man. I hope that everything goes well. Don't want to see you back in the hospital, buddy. And hopefully I will stop by your work when you're back at work and say what's up, man. Hopefully we get to go to a house show or something together soon. That'd be pretty cool.
That is coming up for you.
In Spokane, not in town. Yeah, Steve can only go to the local events, unfortunately. So. Easy E says Vince was on the first SVR game. Yep, he was the cover guy. He was the cover guy. When it comes to the creation suite, I feel like there is a lot of AEW superstars, arenas, and etc., which shows me that the AEW impact truly does exist. Oh yeah, 100%.
Easily. It's alternative. It's more superstars, more storylines, low key. That's another branch of wrestling. I mean, it's like WCW over again. It was, it helps the business.
Yeah, 100%, man. Jeffrey, welcome to the chat. He says WWE 2K24, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, the Uso, Jimmy Uso. I think he meant Jimmy and Jay. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and The Undertaker, Kane, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler, WWE WrestleMania 40, 2024, my rise. 100%, man.
Drew's a mystery. I don't know if he'll be in the game because I know his contract's coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know what they
Thanks,
use.
Jesse. You're welcome, man.
Yeah, I don't recall what they do. What you might refresh my memory. What did they do with the superstar that's in the game, and then their contract runs up by the time the game is released? I don't know if there's been many, or they just.
So if the game is released and the superstar's contract comes up, they don't remove them because remember Keith Lee made it in the game last time. I think Swerve was in there too.
I know in the past they removed people that were different circumstances.
So if the game hasn't released yet and they have time, then they'll pull them. But if they don't have time, they're not. They're basically going to tell WWE, "Sorry, they're in the game."
Like Matt Riddle, that was probably in there, gone.
Yeah. Matt Riddle may not make the cut this year now.
I don't think so, unless he relatively returns in any fashion. I don't know.
Yeah. Everything pro wrestling, AEW, Fight Forever chants were real. I did them at one of the shows. I wish WWE would consider that. Dude, facts. The cheers in AEW Fight Forever are so much more authentic. And they feel like it. They sound like it. They definitely need to run that at some of these games.
It's like an ECW crowd mix, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. It was fun. So let me see here. Steve Kelly says I might be able to go to the Spokane one. Mm-hmm. Nice, dude. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, I'll go with you. Let me see here. Not sure what that is.
Pre-order code.
Pre-order code to 2K24 happening right here, man. Jeffrey says WWE 2K24 UFC TKO. All right. NHL boss says pass Cena. He says. All right. Beach Bite says I think Tyson Fury might be a pre-order bonus. Could be. I mean, that wouldn't be a good one.
The Gypsy King. Yeah, we haven't seen him in the ring, but I mean, he might be making a comeback.
NHL boss put John Cena in the game. I don't think you have anything to worry about that. Is that an insider report? More insiders popping in. Hey, breaking news. John Cena is in 2K24. That's a shocker.
Is Balding Cena in the game?
Yeah, you gotta put that bald spot. I want him to look more like Ernest too. So
is that
make it real?
Sap Strike Cena in there?
I'm just saying, make it make sense. If he looks more like Ernest, then I'm down with it. You know what I mean? Jason says, "Did a create a story get the most votes in here?" I didn't see it.
You know what? I wasn't even paying attention. We'll have to put up a poll or something up there.
Yeah, we'll have to put up a poll, man.
It looks split. I mean, there could have been.
What do you want? What would be better in the game? Create a story, create a finisher. Let me know in them comments, man. NWO for life.
That's how wrestling fans are.
Enough. NWO for life. Will we get a UFC deal in 2K24? You could, man. I mean, we got Adidas. So maybe we'll see some UFC crossover. Who knows, man? Byron Cutler, we need some 2004, 05, 06, and 07 arenas in 2K24.
The Fist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they brought that back in this in 23. Yeah. So Supergirl says, would be nice as well to also have more than just wrestlers for DLC. Would be nice to have some added storylines to My Rise, too. Remember when they did DLC? Didn't they do DLC for Showcase? Was it Showcase or what stories did they have that was like download? You could download them. I can't remember what that was.
Yeah, what was that? Like you're ringing my bells with these old game. I'll have to come back to that one. It's been a long time since I played those.
Assemble. What's going on, Assemble? Matt is in the chat. He says, hey, guys, kind of funny. Greg Miller just did a video on why WWE 2K should be a live service game. Your thoughts on this model? I'll have to go and watch that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'll have to see that.
That's interesting. We did get that comment in here, though, Matt. Somebody was in here saying that they want it to be a live service. It would be interesting. We'll have to. I don't know, man. It could be going to that. Who knows? Steve Kelly says, when will Jade Cargill have her first match in WWE? I'm hoping Survivor Series.
Ask Sean Rossap.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the sources, right? So.
When is Jade? I don't even know what brand she's going for. We're still haven't really got an idea context where she's been. She hasn't been on TV, I think, for the last week. I know she tweeted out like, what do I got to wrestle? I'm already making money.
Conrad says, breaking news, NXT Arena confirmed by the Bunny. Let's
Which one?
Let's stop. Easy says create a story. We got one vote. Let me see here. Ballroom says we need more bald hairstyles to create a superstar mode. I feel it, man. I feel it.
Stay away from Hogan Stash.
What would you take from Fight Forever and add to 2K24? Thumbtacks.
Sword and barbed wire?
No. Thumbtacks. Just give me thumbtacks, man.
Thumbtacks, and I think breaking down the Titantron would be some little thing.
I like all the barricades being able to break down too. That's pretty cool.
Riding the skateboard, maybe riding Taker's bike.
Yeah. Let me see here. Steve Kelly says, when will we get a dancing prime bottle in 2K24? You probably
I wouldn't be
will.
surprised. Yeah, hey, order 2K24 and get a free bottle of prime on the side.
You're going to get Slim Jim on the side of your ring. You're going to get prime. You're going to get Captain Crunch, all that stuff, man. It's going to be wild.
There's a bowl of cereal. You can,
One more match, Hall of Fame, Easy E director's mode. And then he says, when the Horsemen and Von Erichs were in, were they? Man, it's been years. Were the Horsemen and the Von Erichs both in?
Von Erichs, I think they were in there. The Horsemen. I can't think of on top of my head. They might have been.
That is going to be interesting. Let me see. I'm interested to see like what the legends are that are coming in, because look, man, it's requested that it's got to be a fat legends roster.
Now, should they do this? Should they
create
do it
a story?
The same way with
vote?
For the legends and the DLC? Should they do it the same context they did with 23, where they had the big old map and people were guessing and some of them were off, or should they just release them?
Repeat that again. Sorry, I was reading some comments.
So, if you remember when they were doing 2K23 and DLC rumors, they had like that big old picture, the big old map, and people were like, "Oh, this equals to this guy possibly." Some of them were off, and some of them were straight on. Should they do it that way, or should they just?
I think the way that they did PR last year sucked. I don't want to attend any of those Twitch streams where they're just teasing people and giving you nothing. I don't want to see overalls being released. Like, I don't like any of that. I think that was a terrible, like, let us reveal the game. I'm gonna go ahead and say that to 2K. Let us reveal it so we can actually talk live with the community on what is released and what's not. They actually do theirs pre-recorded from what I'm hearing. Is that pre-recorded?
That's what I've heard.
And then they're telling the chat to get wild and stuff. It's just pre-recorded. That sucks.
Yeah, we'll read your comments, and then nothing happens.
Nothing. I didn't see a single comment read on those Twitch streams.
At least the Fight Forever one, I got some matches from Uvo Uno, even though it was in that subpar hotel room they were in.
Man, here's what all you guys can do. Go on Twitter and at WWE Games, tell them the Pro Wrestling Shoot should promote WWE 2K24. Get hashtag the Pro Wrestling Shoot trending. That would be awesome. So Lunatic says, I prefer create a story over create a finisher, and I would like to WrestleMania 9 arena for sure. Supergirl says, I also prefer both create a story and create a finisher. You got to pick one, though. You got to pick one.
We're wrestling fans. We demand this. Yeah, well.
If you can only get one. I mean, everybody wants both, of course, but you got to choose one. Let's just see. Jeffrey says WWE 2K24 Jeffrey the Story, Seth Rollins World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, Money in the Bank. He's just naming off wrestlers at this point.
Adam Cole.
Jason says, make it make sense, Jeffrey. You know what I mean? Welcome to the chat, brother. But make it make sense. Jason says it's all about feeling like you have a career in WWE, create a story, create modes, career modes, and my rise is what makes 2K worthwhile to me. Hey, man, everybody's got their special thing, right? So
make it where I can get fired and endeavored or whatever. You can do that in there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everybody's got the one thing that they buy the game for every single year. So that there's nothing wrong about that. Everything pro wrestling. I want a souvenir if the Pro Wrestling Shoot goes to Royal Rumble creator event. Hey man, I got you. Look, I'm gonna tell them to let you come with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're a part of the Pro Wrestling Shoot family.
Tampa? Tampa,
let's just all go together. You know,
all expenses paid.
Yeah, let's do it, man. 2K, make it happen. Let's get it trending, man. Go at them on Twitter and tell them the Pro Wrestling Shoot should be covering 2K24. and to let us on the inside. You know what I mean? Take us to Royal Rumble. Take us to the early game release. Let us post the game videos on here. You know what I mean? Our community deserves it first. I'm just going to go on and say that. Guys, it's been phenomenal chatting with you. I do want to say one thing, and I have one question. Did you guys enjoy Crown Jewel? Were you excited about any of the matches? What did you like? What didn't you like? Leave it in the comments right after we end this stream. Let me know what you thought of Crown Jewel and what you want to see in WWE 2K. Don't forget to like the video. Follow us everywhere at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. James, why?
Because branding matters, brother.
You got it, man. James is finally on board. Branding matters. You can find us everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. And Twitch as well. We're over on Twitch. We're actually streaming this live on Twitch too. So everybody that's joining us from Twitch, I appreciate you very, very much. Conrad says, yeet. You already got it, brother. You already got it. Guys, I'm Jesse Carter. He's James Pinard Jr. Thank you so much for everything that you do for this channel. And we'll see you this Sunday right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Pro Wrestling Shoot!